Hey friends, tonight as I'm cleaning out more with our move, I have a lot to think about. And one of those things is the pros and cons of having less toys with kids. So I did a little experiment a while ago, and we only let the kids have 3 toys each for a week, and it was amazing. I think that the kids played better than they have ever played before. They used their imagination and they played super well. Everything was clean, so I wasn't always like, pick up your toys, because it was 3 toys. It was 2 seconds to clean up. It went really well. So ever since that experiment, I've just become a very minimalist with toys, and also very picky with what kind of toys are in our house, because it's important to realize that the different kinds of toys are going to make the child less or more willing to play, I guess. So a pro for having less toys is they play so much better. Another pro is you are happier because you have to clean up less, which is super nice. I'm sorry, I've been painting all day. I just noticed. Anyways, it's been a messy day. That is a huge thing for me, is less cleanup. Our kids are always with toys. Their kids always get out so much. They have to dump the whole toy bucket out, right? Before they find one toy that they're going to play with, and then they drop it in 2 seconds. So with less toys, there's less of a dump everything out and more of a, I'm going to play with this toy for a long time. I recently, since we're moving, even with my minimalist on toys, I even minimalized more. And so I packed up another 2 boxes of toys. And so we probably only have like a little box left. And my kids play great. Like I have them do quiet time for about an hour, and they entertain themselves for an hour. And they only have their few toys. So that is a big pro, is they entertain. It's not, here's a little beep 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 light up toy thing that does entertain for like 2 minutes, and then it's more annoying to the parents than the child. Because more toys mean more annoying toys, and toys that are distracting and not helping the imagination grow, but making the child's brain not have to think, if that makes sense. So that's a con to having lots of toys, because the toys aren't necessarily good toys. Another pro is, I remember reading Laura Ingalls, and she talks about her doll. She has one doll her whole childhood, and that was her toy. And she was able to just create so many memories, as well as she treated that toy so respectfully, and she made sure that that doll was taken care of 100%. And so I think the less toys, the more that children are willing to take care of what they have. And so I'm always for that. We need to respect what we are given and not think that we can just throw everything away once it's broken. We need to fix their toys and make them last longer, as well as having toys that mean more to kids. Like for me, blocks are a big thing. Even though there's more of them, it's less toys. So it's one thing is the blocks, if that makes sense. So the pros and cons, I guess a con for more meaningful toys mean maybe more toys of a certain category, but less toys of randomness, like less McDonald's play toys that are going to be played with one time, or less electric toys that are only going to be push buttons once or twice and then thrown in the corner. So that's a big pro and con. You sometimes might have more little toys that make sense together and less annoying toys. Another pro to having less toys is you don't have to have as big of a house. I think a lot of people fill up their house and need more space, and then they move to a bigger place, and then they fill up their house and need more space. No, I think you can be okay with having the space that you have, and our kids have a smaller room, and it always feels like it's not super crowded because there's less toys, which means less crowded means more, I feel like, opening of the brain and not as stressed and a lot better playtime. I feel like a con to having more toys. If you've ever noticed a child doesn't play with more toys better. They seem to play with one toy longer than they do a bunch of toys. So ultimately, kids will play better. Your house is less messy. You as a parent don't have these annoying toys. And your child is just happier in general. And they appreciate the money that is spent in that toy. And when they're given new toys, that's another pro. They're so excited. And they take care of that toy like crazy. So I think that's a big pro as well. There's lots of pros and cons with having less toys. Please check out our article because there's so many more prosandcons.com. I'll post the actual article of pros and cons of having less toys in your life in the description below. I hope you have a good night. See ya. Bye.